we move on. The next game for the opening of match day 2 on Wednesday 19th, we see Germany of Group A taking on Hungary. Right, and this is also going to be a fantastic game. So Germany was off to a flyer, 5 goals. They conceded the one, but they were off to a flyer. And if I'm not mistaken, Hungary, they took a beating also to Switzerland, right? Yes. So that would mean that Hungary definitely needs to put something. They need to get 3 points. I don't think they can afford to get a draw here, and they need to get the 3 points to give themselves some kind of fighting chance in this, to get out of this group stage at least, or to at least place third. Because you could argue that the Scotland game, that's also in Group A against Switzerland, might be tricky for both those teams. So coming into this game, do you think Hungary is going to be determined enough, and do you think that they have enough in the tank to actually give Germany a game? Because the draw would be something, but it won't be the desired result, obviously. So do you think that they could potentially get something? Are they fired up enough to go against the host nations and get something out of this game?
Yeah. You are right when you say Hungary do need 3 points. They do need to win this game. Ultimately, I just think Germany won't allow that. Germany they got to a flying start. I think ultimately they're going to progress through to the next round. They're going to finish top of their group in my utmost prediction. I think they could possibly win all of their games that they have to play in the group stages.
Germany.
I'm not saying, Germany. I think they'll win all. I think they beat Switzerland when they play them as well. But look, the reality is Hungary, there's still obviously a chance for them to go through to the next round by finishing third. So they're obviously going to pay close attention to the Switzerland-Scotland game. But Scotland really, I would say, disappointed me with the way they've been playing as of late. I thought they could maybe do a bit better. And for that reason, I think Switzerland's also probably gonna run past Scotland, in my opinion. Not run past them, but it probably looks like that one's gonna be a win. I think the top 2 in this group are the top 2 in the group. They are probably the best teams in the group. And ultimately, I think Germany will beat Hungary. And my score prediction, I think it will probably be 3-1 to the Germans.
No, it could be more. Hey? If Germany played even half the way they played in the opening game, they could score more than 3 goals. They've got such a fantastic squad, like right through the team. They've got a brilliant star-studded squad, dude. Like, look at this list.
Look at the keeper.
Look at this. The defenders, like, oh my gosh, bro. Everyone in this defensive list is absolutely star-studded. And then you get to the midfield. And the midfield is endless of talent that can just perform at any point. Emre Can, 30 years old, comes on and scores a goal. Beautiful goal. Then you look at the forwards. Are you serious?
Fantastic. It's fantastic forward line also. Fulcrum's also been brilliant as well. Germany, fantastic squad. There's nothing you can really say in terms of that. They're definitely gonna. Like I said, I think they'll go far in this tournament.
No, I completely agree. It's one of those games where I want to give Hungary some kind of how do I say, chance. Give them an outside chance. At the end of the day, there is going to be nobody's going to have a 100% chance of beating you. There's always going to be an outside percentage where you might make a mistake and it could cost you. Like, for example, the game you're talking about with Canada with regards to the Portuguese game that played last night. You said it yourself. They got very lucky. It's almost like they were gifted that victory. You know what I mean? So, and they didn't particularly play very well. So in this game, I'm not saying Germany's not going to play well. But what I'm saying is there is always an outside percentage. Whether that's 1%, 2%, 3%, doesn't matter. There's a percentage that the game could not go in Germany's favor. But it's a very, very small chance that it doesn't go in Germany's way. Very, very small percentage. So what I'm saying is my prediction is also going to be a Germany win. I'm also going to agree with that. My prediction, I'm probably going to give a very high score, if I'm being honest, because I think Germany's they fired up. And you know what? They also need this, Matthew. Germany hasn't performed very well since the Brazilian World Cup. So, you know what I mean? That's a very long time ago. Remember that when they beat Brazil with that fucked up scoreline, and then and since then,
it was 2014 time. It was 2014. I think it was the year they won the World Cup. You know what I mean?
Yes, they won.
And then they won it when they beat that 7-1 story.
They went derailed after that, and they struggled. Yeah. I mean, losing to Japan consistently from that time up until last year, they were losing to Japan all the time. is a clear indication that the team wasn't at all. No disrespect to Japan, because I support the Japanese in the football nation, but they're not remotely close to Germany, right? But then to go out so many times, Germany to go out so many times to the Japanese team is a shock, to show you how underwhelming they actually were over the years. And now they reformed their team and they come back with uber talents like Musiala. And you know, Kai Havertz turning into a player that is almost undeniable. You know, being 25 this year, and he's looking like a player that is like, you can't put him on the bench anymore, kind of thing. You know what I mean? He's still got years to go, but he's making himself indispensable to the point where you can't.
Especially in the German team. Yeah, obviously in the German team, yeah. You know what I mean? He's definitely made one of the, I would say, in the starting 11, he's definitely one of the first names there as well, potentially in my opinion, because he's been brilliant. He's one of those players that Germany, you know, they could rely in terms of, you can put him here, he's going to do something for them. There was a time in the Friendlies he was playing at left back for some reason. You know, it's just quite crazy. But yeah, Havertz, he's been doing well for Germany as well.
Absolutely, he's just turning himself into a player that people can't deny anymore. Because we're not talking about him as a problem player, but more as a player that you actually need in your squad. You know, and that, I think that speaks volumes to what he's doing for himself and in his career. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we're right in that Germany and Hungary fixture. If that scores comes out clear. But we move on.